Hidden behind net curtains and frosted front doors now toil the workers of this weird new world. But who knows what is really going on in these homes turned workspaces? Social media time wasting, online shopping, corporate espionage? Perhaps. And increasingly employers are trying to find out.
Let's jump into a brief overview of everything HubStaff can do for your business.
HubStaff is just one of several software services for remote working that have seen sales surge, and it allows bosses to keep tabs on staff.
You can see their activity percentage, which tells you how often the mouse and keyboard were used while tracking time. The apps view will show you what tools they're using, and the URL view shows you what websites they're visiting.
Our growth rate is about double what it was before the pandemic. The full, lockdown, what are we going to do in the midst of a pandemic was the trigger.
Working from home.
But this trend has set alarm bells ringing for those who worry about employers encroaching on the privacy of their staff.
Employers need to be responsible employers. The pandemic itself would have had taken a toll on many of us psychologically. And if that is coupled with constant surveillance by the employer, the psychological effects on employees could be really significant.
Now, the workhorse of the home office is the laptop, which is also a very effective spying tool. Yes, you can put tape over the camera, try to muffle the microphone and scan it for hidden spyware, but in the large majority of cases, employers will actually be doing their monitoring in plain sight. That is certainly the view of security expert Ben Marks.
I think that now, as a matter of course, people taking new jobs are going to have to give away this right that if they're working from home and using a work computer, they are going to have to give their employer permission to monitor their work product on their work computer.
But even with employee consent, ethical questions remain, like what's that consent worth if it's a requisite for keeping a job? And this academic has more.
Maybe you have 2 or 3 children and a spouse kind of wandering around, not to mention the ubiquitous cats that appear in all the videos. But what does it mean for their privacy? What does it mean for the difference between this private space that you typically think of and your workspace?
It's not clear if workers will ever fully return to city centre offices. Home working is now established as a viable model, and new battles over trust and privacy are looming. Rory, Challands, Al Jazeera, London.